Every 90 seconds in the United States, an older adult is taken to the emergency room because of a fall. It is one of the leading causes of injury after the age of 60, and yet many people still believe that simply walking every day is enough to keep their legs strong. The truth may surprise you. While walking is healthy for your heart and mood, it does little to protect the muscles and reflexes that prevent falls. That is why today I want to show you 5 exercises that research has proven to be more effective than walking when it comes to building strength, balance, and long-term independence. These movements are simple, safe, and can be done right in your living room without special equipment. They are recommended by physical therapists, and they are especially designed to support aging muscles and joints. When practiced regularly, they can help you climb stairs with ease, get up from a chair without strain, and feel steady even on uneven ground. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. Do you feel your legs are strong enough for daily life, or do you sometimes notice weakness or balance problems? Type a 1 in the comments if you feel confident, or a 0 if you have any concerns. We read and respond to every single comment. And while you are here, please consider subscribing to the Dr. Morrison channel so you never miss another tip that could change your health and independence. One of the most effective yet overlooked ways to stay strong and steady after 60 is the single leg balance exercise. At first glance, it may look almost too simple, just standing on one leg. But studies show it has a profound effect on the body. As we age, signals between the brain, nerves, and muscles travel more slowly. That delay is one reason falls become so frequent after midlife. Research in the American Journal of Medicine revealed that older adults who were unable to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds had a much higher risk of falls and even a shorter life expectancy. Balance is not only about staying upright, it is a measure of brain health, muscle strength, and reflex speed all at once. Walking, though good for circulation and mood, does not train those systems in the same way. Single leg balance forces the body to stabilize in every direction. The small muscles around the ankles, thighs, and hips must fire continuously to keep you steady, while the inner ear and vision work with the brain to guide your position in space. It is like giving your nervous system a daily workout. This is why therapists recommend it not just for stronger legs, but for sharper reflexes. Think of Mary, a 68-year-old retired teacher. She enjoyed gardening but often felt wobbly when bending over. One day she nearly tripped, stepping off a sidewalk, and her doctor suggested practicing balance at home. At first, she clutched a chair and managed only 5 seconds. But she kept at it, day after day. Within 3 months she could stand for half a minute without holding on. The change surprised her. She said she felt steadier in grocery stores and even more confident carrying laundry baskets. This tiny exercise gave her back a sense of freedom she thought she had lost. You can start just as simply. Stand near a sturdy chair or countertop. Lift one foot a few inches. Keep your chest upright and hold as long as you comfortably can. Switch sides and repeat 3 times each leg. If you can manage only a few seconds, that is already progress. Over time, reduce support. First, one fingertip on the chair, then no support at all. To challenge yourself further, try closing your eyes or standing on a folded towel to mimic uneven ground. These variations make your reflexes quicker and your stability stronger. Breathing is part of the practice too. Many seniors hold their breath when they balance. Instead, inhale slowly, exhale fully, and feel how much calmer and stronger your body becomes. Balance training is not only about preventing falls, It also teaches you to stay composed under pressure. Consistency is key. Just a few minutes a day is enough to rewire your nervous system and build lasting protection. Imagine the relief of knowing that a stumble on a rug or a slip on wet ground will not send you crashing down. That is the power of single-leg balance. And as useful as this is, the next exercise will surprise you even more, because it transforms the motion of climbing stairs into a safe, focused way to rebuild strength. Step-ups may look like nothing more than climbing a low stair, but they are one of the safest and most effective ways to rebuild strength after 60. This exercise trains the quadriceps, glutes, and calves, the same muscles you rely on every time you rise from a chair, carry groceries, or climb stairs. Unlike walking, which is flat and repetitive, step-ups add a vertical challenge that builds power and coordination. A study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning showed that seniors who practice step-ups 3 times a week increased leg strength and walking speed by more than 20% in just 3 months. That kind of improvement can make the difference between moving confidently and struggling with daily tasks. What makes step-ups unique is that they also raise the heart rate slightly, boosting cardiovascular health at the same time. In one simple motion, you build strength, endurance, and balance. The key is to keep the step height low, around 6 to 8 inches, no higher than the bottom stair of a staircase. This makes it safe for the knees while still challenging the muscles. Therapists often recommend starting with a sturdy wooden block or a step platform. By controlling the movement, you protect your joints while training the body to work as one. George, a 70-year-old former mail carrier, offers a good example. Despite walking every day, he found himself exhausted after climbing the 2 flights of stairs to his apartment. His doctor suggested adding step-ups at home. George began with a small step in his living room, holding a chair for balance. At first he could do only a few repetitions on each leg. But within weeks, his stamina improved, and after 2 months, he no longer needed to pause halfway up the stairs. He told me he felt as if he had regained a piece of his freedom. You can begin just as safely. Place one foot fully on a low step. Press down through your heel. Bring the other foot up. Then step back down with control. Repeat 10 times on each side. Use a chair or countertop nearby for safety. Once you feel steady, increase the repetitions rather than the step height. If you want more challenge later, hold a light weight in each hand, but remember that form always comes first. Consistency matters most. Done correctly, step-ups strengthen the legs, improve balance, and keep your heart healthier. Every time you climb into a car, step onto a bus, or carry laundry upstairs, you are repeating the same pattern. By training with step-ups, those everyday movements become easier and safer. This simple exercise may look ordinary, but it quietly restores the strength and confidence needed for independence. And while step-ups build powerful legs, our next exercise delivers an unexpected twist. It proves that training the upper body can be just as important for keeping you steady on your feet. Many people assume fall prevention is only about leg strength, but here is the surprising twist. Your arms and shoulders often decide whether a stumble becomes a fall. When you trip, the first reaction is to reach forward or push against something. If your upper body is weak, that instinct of protection fails. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that seniors with low upper body strength are nearly twice as likely to suffer serious injury when they lose balance. That is why wall push-ups with a hold can be life-changing. Unlike traditional push-ups, this variation emphasizes control and awareness. By pausing for 3 to 5 seconds at the bottom of each repetition, you build endurance in the chest, shoulders, and arms, while also sharpening proprioception, the sense of where your body is in space. This matters because many falls occur not from weak legs alone, but from poor reaction speed in the upper body. Strong arms and better awareness can mean catching yourself on a railing instead of hitting the ground. The exercise is simple. Stand facing a wall, arms fully extended, palms flat at shoulder height. Step your feet back slightly. Bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall in a slow motion. When you are close, pause for 3 to 5 seconds, then press back to the starting point. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions. The pause is the secret. It forces muscles and nerves to stay engaged longer, which builds real resilience. As you grow stronger, move your feet farther from the wall or rise onto your toes during the hold. These small changes increase resistance without straining joints. Always keep the motion slow and steady. Rushing reduces benefits and increases risk. Just a few minutes a day are enough to strengthen not only the arms, but also the nervous system pathways that protect you in daily life. What makes this exercise even more remarkable is its impact on the brain. Researchers have found that resistance holds improve both muscular strength and cognitive function. The mental focus required to maintain balance under tension stimulates memory and concentration. In other words, every pause at the wall trains both body and mind. Now let me ask you, do you feel your arms are strong enough to protect you if you slip? Or do you sometimes sense weakness when lifting or pushing? Comment with a 1 if you feel confident, or a 0 if you know you need to improve. We read every response, and your answer could encourage someone else. While you are here, consider subscribing to the Dr. Morrison channel so you never miss practical advice that keeps you safe and independent. Wall push-ups with hold might look simple, but they target a hidden weakness that walking cannot fix. And next, you will discover how even sitting in a chair can become an opportunity to build real leg strength and protect your independence. Most people think sitting means resting, but with the right technique, a chair can turn into a powerful training tool. Seated leg lifts with resistance target the hip flexors, quadriceps, and core muscles. These are the very muscles that help you climb stairs, stand up from low seats, and walk with confidence. When they weaken, daily tasks become harder, and balance suffers. Research in the Journal of Gerontology found that strengthening hip flexors improved stair climbing ability in older adults by over 30%. That is a huge gain for such a simple move. This exercise also corrects hidden imbalances. Many seniors rely more on one leg than the other, which over time creates uneven strength. Walking or cycling cannot fix this, since both legs work together. But seated lifts isolate each leg, forcing equal effort on both sides. The result is a steadier stride and less stress on hips and knees. Here is how to do it. Sit tall on a sturdy chair with both feet flat. Attach a light ankle weight or use a resistance band. Slowly, straighten one leg until it is extended, pause for 2 to 3 seconds, then lower it back down with control. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions before switching sides. Keep your back straight and avoid jerky motions. If you are just starting, lift without resistance. As you improve, increase repetitions or add light weight for more challenge. Breathing makes the movement smoother. Inhale as the leg rises, exhale as it lowers. This rhythm not only stabilizes the core but also helps you stay relaxed. Therapists often teach this breathing pattern because it prevents strain and turns the motion into a calm, steady flow. Another advantage is circulation. Contracting and releasing the thigh muscles works like a pump, pushing blood back toward the heart. This reduces swelling in the feet and ankles and keeps blood moving even during long sitting periods. For people who spend time reading or watching television, this exercise breaks up sedentary hours and transforms them into recovery time. Consistency is key. Just a few minutes every day, strengthen the muscles you need to rise easily from a chair, climb stairs without hesitation, and walk with a smoother, quicker pace. Stronger thighs and hips not only prevent falls but also reduce reliance on others for everyday activities. What looks like a small movement from a chair is, in truth, a foundation for independence. Seated leg lifts with resistance remind us that strength can be built even while sitting down. They improve stability, correct imbalances, and keep blood flowing, all with minimal equipment. And when combined with daily habits, they prepare the body for the final exercise, one that focuses on the calves, often called the second heart, because of their vital role in balance and circulation. Your calves may seem small compared to larger muscles, yet they are sometimes called the second heart of the body. Each time they contract, they help push blood back toward the heart, reducing swelling and keeping circulation strong. When calf strength fades, blood flow slows, balance weakens, and even brain function can suffer. That means this simple muscle group influences far more than just how you walk. Standing heel raises with a balance challenge are one of the best ways to strengthen these overlooked muscles. By lifting your heels and pausing at the top, you train endurance and stability. When performed regularly, the exercise reduces swelling in the legs, lowers the risk of falls, and sharpens reflexes. Adding a balance challenge, such as lifting one leg or closing the eyes, forces the nervous system to adapt, improving flexibility of blood vessels and even memory. Scientists have found that single-leg variations can reverse signs of biological aging in the arteries, which is remarkable for such a simple move. Consider Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother who loved cooking for her family. She often complained of tired, heavy legs and occasional dizziness. Walking helped a little, but she still felt unsteady, especially on stairs. At the advice of her therapist, she began practicing heel raises at the kitchen counter. At first, she could lift only a few times before her calves burned. But she persisted, adding 1 or 2 more repetitions each week. After 3 months, she noticed real change. Her legs felt lighter, swelling decreased, and she said her memory even seemed clearer. Most importantly, she felt safe carrying trays of food without worrying about stumbling. You can begin the same way. Stand tall with feet hip-width apart, hands resting lightly on a counter or chair. Slowly rise up onto your toes, pause for 2 to 3 seconds, then lower down with control. Repeat 10 to 15 times. As you improve, try the exercise on one leg at a time or reduce support to challenge your balance further. Another option is to close your eyes briefly at the top, which forces the body to rely on internal signals rather than vision. Always progress gradually, and stop if you feel pain rather than normal muscle fatigue. This exercise fits easily into daily life. You can do it while brushing your teeth, waiting for water to boil, or standing in line. The effort is small, but the benefits add up. Stronger calves mean steadier walking, better blood flow, and sharper mental clarity. It is proof that even the simplest movements, when practiced with focus, can protect independence for years to come. And with this final exercise, you now hold a complete routine that supports balance, strength, and vitality beyond 60. Today you have seen that walking alone is not enough to keep your legs strong after 60. From balancing on one leg to stepping up, from pressing into the wall to lifting your legs while seated, and finally rising onto your toes, each exercise builds strength, coordination, and confidence. Together, they form a simple routine you can practice at home without special equipment. The truth is that independence comes not from one pill or test, but from steady daily habits that keep muscles, nerves, and circulation alive. Try these movements, notice the changes, and celebrate every small step forward. Now, I would love to hear from you. What exercise do you already practice? And which one will you start today? Share in the comments below.